Hello, my friends. I hope you are well. Today, I want to talk about a really practical and useful application. And what is that? That's a private local Gradio app that converts image between common formats, compress and merge PDF files, and performs English speech to text and text to speech and transcribes YouTube videos to text. It was a long time I thought about that. There are a lot of non-technical people, and for different use cases, they really need something like this. So this is the main motivation I just designed this application. So we have two parts in this video. The first part that my main focus is on that is for non-technical people. Just consider the situations a non-technical person who need to register for a job, and the most of the cases jobs say that, okay, please upload all your documents in a single PDF file, and you're searching in the internet. There are a lot of options, but you are not sure. Maybe they use your data. Is it private? Is it actually, is it any guarantee the privacy of my data? And if you check the most of these websites, you can see a lot of ads around that and maybe some viruses, and there is no guarantee about the safety, you know that? And even when you want to actually convert, for example, you are a student or you're an employee, you want to actually convert the format of your image to new format, and you think that, okay, I can use online converter, but is there any guarantee for they didn't use your, they actually won't want to use your image in future. I don't know, maybe some leak of the information in the future, and still that is a privacy problem. And in my case, maybe you are an employee and you want to increase your skills, and one of your main sources is YouTube, and you like to focus just on the concept of the video, content of the video, and without any worry about, okay, I don't like to put the time to write all the guidelines, all the for example, skills and requirements in the vortex and something like that. So that can be great. You can just actually focus on the video, and this application actually can transcribe everything for you. So it's a really, really cool idea and a smart idea. And as I always said, it's not always about hard working, it's about smart working. So it can be one great solution. So let's start. And as I mentioned in the first part, if you're non-technical, don't worry. I will show you how to implement this application in your local system. And in the next step, for technical people, I will show you how you can actually extend and add more functionality. But definitely we have another way to implement this application. I use pure Python because just remember, what was the goal? The goal was keep privacy, keep uh, actually safety in our work. So this is the reason I use the pure Python for this application. But definitely, yeah, you can actually change something. You can actually use APIs from large language model, small language model that is really favorite these days for a lot of people. And it doesn't matter they know programming or not, but yeah, when you ask somebody, okay, is there a possibility with the large language models or small language models? But this is not the purpose of this video. Sorry. The purpose is actually definitely use private and locally. And yeah, for example, you can use even Olama to use to make application and use it locally, but still you need a large language model API request, and I actually don't like to do that. So this is the reason I made it absolutely with pure Python. So if you are non-technical, let's start, and I will explain for you step by step. Maybe this video is a little bit longer compared to my other videos. Sorry again. And this is a little bit longer compared to my other videos. But that is actually valuable video, I promise you, and it can be really informative. Before I start, if you have not any idea about how to set up and how to use a GitHub repository and actually clone it in your computer, I need to tell you, you need first an interpreter. In my case, I suggest you to download Visual Studio Code if you have not any interpreter in your computer. But definitely you can use any interpreter in the market. It doesn't matter. But if it's your first experience to use an interpreter, I really suggest you to use Visual Studio Code. This is really easy to set up that. Just download next, and it will be actually installed in your computer. So how we can actually use this application? So I mentioned that first of all, you need to install the Visual Studio Code, and I can actually suggest you to install the Git in your computer as well. So the only thing you need is write just Git download, and after that you have access to the download of the Git, and the Git will be installed in your computer. It's a really good idea to access the Git bash in your computer, because I use Git bash if you actually just follow the codes like me, so it can be a good idea. This is the first part. And how to access this repository? If you check my GitHub with this address, github.com/arad1367, you can find my GitHub address, and then you can actually find the local media utility repository. This is a repository for this application, and we have the main file. This is app.py. The two files required for us is app.py and requirement.txt. We need to install the requirement.txt and use it inside of the app.py. And there are a lot of explanation. What is this application? How actually you can work with that? How you can actually clone that? But I will show you all of them step by step. So let's start. All you need is find this address, and after that you need to just copy this HTTPS address. So just keep in mind in the code part, just need to actually copy this URL. Okay. The next step is just find a place in your computer. For example, in this case, I want to create a folder in my main page, and the name is, for example, converter. It doesn't matter any name. Okay. So inside of the converter, open your interpreter. In my case, I want to use the VS Code. Okay. So let's just open a new terminal and clear. So the first thing I suggest you, it is not actually compulsory things if you are a non-technical person, but I really suggest you to do that. You need to make a virtual environment. Maybe you want to use Python, and this application runs in your computer. It doesn't matter for you. It can be actually combined with other libraries in your computer, but let's keep it clean. So I want to make a virtual environment. For people who don't know what is virtual environment, instead of actually installation of the libraries globally in your computer, it is really always good for every project you keep the libraries actually like a package for that specific project. So I have a converter project now, and definitely I need to use some package from the Python, and I want to put them actually just for this application, and this is a package for this application. So I like to install my requirement.txt in my virtual environment. This is really easy to make a virtual environment. In this case, I can say Python and -m venv and a meaningful name. For example, I want to say venv conv. Okay. So let's make a virtual environment. It takes a little bit time, not too much. And then I need to actually active my virtual environment. Okay, that's made. So just clear ls to c. You can see we have venv conv. Okay, how to active that? For my case, because I work in the git bash, I can say source and then the name of my virtual environment, script, and activate. And you can see here venv con. Now we are inside of the venv con. Just clear that and again ls. And now we have not anything. If you check pip, for example, list, you can see there is nothing inside of the package. You have just pip and setup tools. And we need to install all of the package here. But first of all, we need to clone the repository. So again, back to this repository, and again, copy that. And we can say here, git clone, and this is all you need. Git clone this repository, okay? So you can see we have a local media utility folder. So we have all the files here. Very easy, you have access to all files. So again, clean. I'm a little bit sensitive about this clean. So no, just one important note. If you check the ls here, you can see we are not in the directory. We need to go to the directory. So just be careful. Just say cd local tab. And now if you check again, and you can see now we are in the directory. Okay, we have access to the app.py. This is the main file. I will explain it later. Don't worry about the code now. And requirement.txt. This is the libraries we need to install, Gradio, Pilo, and other. So if you check, you can see I have some errors here. The reason is because the package like Gradio are not installed in my computer yet. So this is the time to install the package. But again, just be sure when you actually write the ls, you can see all of these files, and you are not in the, for example, if I back for one times, and you can check here, you can see first of all you see this one, so it is not good. You need actually to go to the directory. So here, and you need to see these files, and we need to install the requirements.txt. So all I need to say is pip install -r requirements.txt and just enter. And all requirements will be installed inside of your virtual environment. So this is the way we can actually keep everything clean in our computer. It takes a little bit time to install all of these libraries, and depends on your system, how much your system is good. But it must not take a lot of time. So down, you can see my system, it's down, and everything is installed. And the reason I can see this error again, just a minute. And we have some deprecations. Okay, there's not a problem here. But from view command plate, I need just to select this virtual environment. You can see the actually recommended. So I just select that. And then, yeah, you can see we have not any error here. Okay. So still set up, take a little bit time. Let's back to the GitHub, a little bit explain about that, and then be back again to the VS Code. So here there are some useful information. Just follow this README file. I just make it very organized and clean. And you have a table of the contents. So now we are here. We actually clone the repository. We made our virtual environment and we activate our virtual environment. And now we install our dependencies. So the next step is run the application. So a few steps to use this for non-technical people. So run the app with Python app.py. And then we can actually open our actually local URL, and we can actually work with this application. Okay, back to the VS Code. Still Okay, it takes a little bit more time. Okay, just wait a little bit more time, and definitely I won't modify this video. It's a lot, actually, I don't have the time to do that. So everything you see is based on the main video I've actually recorded. So it's not bad to talk a little bit about the different functionalities before the VS Code terminal show. Still try to handle. It must not take a lot of time. Okay, still working on that. Still, we have three app that need actually to install, and but finally it will be installed. Now we have these three: Kokoro, Whisper, and Gradio. The Gradios are actually SDK, software development kit, and you can see finally all of them are installed. And be back here again. Okay, two of them are remain. But until that time, we have the image tab. So when we run the Python Python app.py, we can see different tabs. One of them is image tab, another one is PDF tab, audio tab, and YouTube tab. The image tab, we can actually upload one or more image, doesn't matter, and we can actually choose the target format, and then we have when you run this application, image folder, the files folder, and audios and videos folder will be actually automatically making your system. We will see in a second. And there are some performance tips as well. It's not bad to talk about troubleshooting your computer because maybe there are some libraries that are installed in my computer by default, but in your case not. For example, if you have not ffmpeg in your computer, you must install that, and the ffmpeg must install in your path. I don't like to make this video very long, so you can search about ffmpeg and just be sure that is actually installed in the path. Another thing is about the Whisper. FP16 have some warning on CPU, so it falls back to FP32 automatically. And for some work in the Hugging Face, but my personal things doesn't matter for you now. And invalid file type, ensure actually you selected the supported image format. This is important. I will show you why it's important. And for roadmap, definitely we can actually add image resize for the function of the image. We can actually definitely add the optional OCR to the PDF. It means that, for example, when you upload an image or PDF with the image, it still actually can read image and work with that. Alternative multilingual local TTS, for example, for Spanish, Deutsch language is always possible, but for this case, I just use the English language. Okay, back to the VS Code. Everything is installed. A lot of library you can see installed here. But as I mentioned that I never actually cropped the video, so just clear that, and you can see we have no error here. So everything is ready. Back to the guideline in the README file. You can see again, we clone the repository, we make the virtual environment, we install the dependencies, and now we need to run the application. So all we need to say is, again, check the directory. You must be in the directory. You must see the app.py, and all you need to say is python app.py. So run it. Okay. must not take a lot of time. And you can see here the address. So this is the application. You can see the name is local media utility private local processing, and definitely you can actually design it better, more customized, but my main actually idea was to create something that can help me and non-technical people. So we have the image tab, the PDF tab, audio tab, and YouTube tab. Let's back to the image tab. You can see the address is the local address in my computer, and I can actually select an image. Let's check one by one, and if I check just the converter folder here, the local, you can see it's automatically try to create the audios format, the audios folder, files, and image, and definitely videos. I had some files in my computer. Let me use them and just save the time here. For example, inside of the image, I have two images here. There are images from my new games P4000, and let's use them. For example, this one. What is the format? Is, I guess this is a PNG. Yeah, that's a PNG file. Let's try to convert this PNG to another format. So all I need is just drag and drop this inside of the select image. You can see here I have image. You can select the target format. For example, in my case, I want to actually target JPEG, so PNG to JPEG, JPG, and the name is not compulsory, so let's convert and see what happened here. Go to the image folder, and you can see the image is converted. This is the same image, but if you check the format in the type of the you can see the format is here JPEG. So it's changed to JPEG format, okay? So this is one use case. You can actually convert. Maybe it's not bad to use another image to show you how it works. Let's use this image, this type, and I want to convert that to the WebP format, okay? Just convert that, and you can see the save. This is the name of the image. It is the image that's converted. This one, you can see 413, 413, and it's the same image, but the format is changed. So if I check the format, it's web format. So everything is working good with the image tab. But what about the PDF? Okay, let's work with the PDF files. Here I have some files. One of them is my CV, okay, and another one is a paper I have published recently, okay. I want to actually merge this. Consider, for example, one of them is your CV, one of them is your cover letter or motivation letter, and you want to actually merge this file. If you check the application, the first part of the PDF is for compress the PDF files. That's not use case for me now, but the merge file is important for me now. So I can drag and drop both of these files here. So I have two files, and I can actually select the name, for example, I don't know, merged, something like that, and then start to merge. And you can see the result very fast. This is the name of the file, and if I check here, in the files folder, you can see I have a merge file, And if you check the merge file, it's a start with my paper, but we have my CV as well here in a one file. So we merge two files together, very safe, without using any external application, locally, 100% locally with pure Python in your computer. So that's great. So this is about the PDF. And what about the audio? This is really useful, at least for me. This is really, really useful for me. For example, there are times you have an audio. For example, in this case, let's show you. Yeah, for example, this audio. Just let me open that.
President Pitzer, Mr. Vice President, Governor, Congressman Thomas,
So it's
Senator Wiley and Congressman Miller.
It's 13 minutes.
Are generating.
So this audio is around 40 or 13 minutes, 14 minutes. So
in this city, to be sure.
To be sure is the last word. Okay, let's bring that here. So this is our audio and the English language. I want to use the base model. Definitely we can use the small and medium model, but the base model is enough for me. That's more than enough. And start the transcribe. And let's check the folder. We want to have the result here in the audios. There's nothing inside now, but start the transcribe. And we will see what happened. It takes a little bit time for processing, but we will have the text format very soon. This is really good, especially in the situation you have a lot of audio file, for example, for research, for your work. I don't know, you have a different jobs and different situation. Maybe you need to transcribe an audio and you don't like to share it with online converter in the internet. You don't like to make authentication, register your email, and do a lot of things because you just need to transcribe your audio. And just consider this is running on my CPU, and still it is 13 or 14 minutes, and my CPU maybe a little bit take times, but not too much. But just consider the safety. Just consider the privacy. So it can be really great. Definitely, if we use some large language models, it can be really faster. Maybe can be really faster. But still, the question is it the large language model, the small language model absolutely safe to keep our data? So in this case, I suggest you to be a little bit patient and use these local solutions with pure Python. However, it takes a little bit time, but still it is more safe compared to using API and request API, and even use the online converter. So save your time a little bit, and that's all. It's done. And you can see the transcript actually created. Let's check that. And you can see here it's the start with president, and we check the last word to be sure all, and you can see we have the transcript format of this audio. That is great. So it works very good. And definitely we have another side, from another angle, we can use text-to-speech, TTS. And let's select a text, for example, from my paper. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger. From my paper, I like to make it small, not very big. This enough. Don't like put a lot of time, but definitely you can actually select even the bigger text. And here I can come and put this text here, make it a little bit more organized. Okay. And I don't like to change the voice, the default is good. And merge segments into a single file. I don't like to make a lot of files. And everything is good. Just start. And again, the result will be here. It takes a little bit time again because it's on my CPU. But still, that can be again another good option. For example, for in my case, there are times I want to make a presentation. I like to, for example, I like to convert my PPT as a audio presentation. Definitely we have notebook ML and a lot of good options that we can use, but still again, maybe there are times there are some files I don't like to share it anywhere. So in this case, I can actually use that. And you can see that that VAV file is created. Let's check that. This is the paper, and this is the created file. And let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and okay, check it.
Adjusting pre-trained artificial intelligence models to domain-specific problems is essential for many business problems. But domain-specific data is often scarce and expensive to collect. Moreover, fine-tuning on small datasets is challenging, as it carries risks of overfitting and catastrophic forgetting.
Great. You can see how we can actually convert our text securely and very easy with a local solution. So the last thing, and maybe for me the most important one, actually transcribe the YouTube videos. And if you check my YouTube panels, I usually put some tutorial here, and you can actually check my other tutorials. There are a lot of videos here. Just consider one of them. For example, this one. You are well. Today I want to talk about a huge update from. Okay, this is a video about the Olama update, because Olama actually set up a UI, user interface, and that was a really big setup. And I just made a video, and this is the URL for this video. Just copy that and go to the YouTube text and Control V for paste. Okay, so this is the YouTube URL. So in my case, for example, I'm an employee, I'm a student. I like just focus on the content of this video. I don't like to write it in the, for example, Word and noted that and a lot of time because I like just to focus on the on learning and not writing. Okay. Maybe you are an employee, you want to actually increase your skill. There are a lot of video. Maybe you need actually to see 15, 20, 25, I don't know, 40 videos in one day. And you can say, oh my God, there's a lot of time. I just write all of these notes. So it can be really helpful in this case. And let's back to the local application and just use it. There's nothing to do, just copy and paste the URL here. The base model is more than enough, and we don't need any optional name here, just transcribe start. And if I back to the video folder, it takes a little bit time to transcribe. It's actually 11 minutes video, and we will see the result very soon. In the meantime, it's not bad to check again the repository. And it's not bad to talk a little bit about the code before seeing the result of the YouTube code. It's a really simple code, really simple code. And if you're familiar with the Python, you can understand the code is really simple but practical. I just actually import all modules and libraries I need. And after that, I just check the folders. As I mentioned that the folders will be created automatically, and so the name will be correct, so you don't worry about that. But the main parts start from here. The first part is image utilities. So I use the peel, and you can see here which formats are supported. Definitely, if you are interested in other formats and you are a non-technical person, you can add this format here, or you can actually ask me in the comments, hey Pejman, we like to see this format. I will add it and update the application as soon as possible. We have a safe open image format, and then the main function is here. the actually function of image convert. And again, for example, if you are interested in other functionality about the image, I don't know, for example, anything about image, crop a part of the image, make blur image, and anything, you can actually ask me. I can actually add another function here and update the application. So if you're non-technical people and you're really interested in some specific things that can be added to this application, you can actually just put a comment and I will update that for you. And about the PDF utilities, again, here we use the pypdf. It's a really famous library in Python, and a lot of people use that. We use the function for PDF compress and the function for PDF merge. Very simple. And this is actually a speech to text and text to speech file code. We use Whisper definitely, and Kokoro. And even you check, for example, Hugging Face, the Kokoro, and you check the models. For example, this is my Hugging Face account. You can check the models and text to speech. Just check the most, for example, here you can see even the most likes. The Kokoro is always one of the most popular models. Okay, so anyway, we use the Whisper and the Kokoro for this part. I think that this part we don't need any change even, but if you have something in your mind, you can actually mention that again. And for the YouTube, we actually use this function to download the audio and make this application complete. I think that the YouTube part and the TTS and speech to text part are easy, but it is possible to add more functionality in the future in the image and PDF, and maybe the other formats. It's possible to add that. And the Gradio app, and finally we make the Gradio app with GR blocks. Definitely you can actually make it more customized, add your name and other stuff, even add some HTML here to explain and something more, but not necessary for me at this step. And definitely we are different tabs, so we just use the GR tab for different tabs, so you can actually add more tabs if you want to make it customized in the future. And finally launch, and we don't need here debug through, but if you think that you want to make it customized, you can actually add the debug through and even share through to share it with somebody, because the Gradio app can be shared. So let's back to our application. So that's created. You can see the name is YouTube Transcript Olama. So if I check here, you can see the all YouTube video is transcript here. You can see, hello my friends, I hope you are well today. I usually start with this sentence, and I want to talk about a huge update from Olama. It's right, actually Olama right, but wrong, but it's okay. We know what is Olama. Olama is actually in this format. It's not in this format. And you can see it's transcript everything for you. And finally, nice day and bye bye. So that's a great option. That was a really practical things for me actually, and I see a lot of videos, a lot of things every day, so it can be really useful in different cases. So now we use this application and we finish your work, and don't actually forget, when you finish your work you need to do some things to do. First of all, when you finish, you need actually a Control-C to closing the server, so don't forget that. Control-C to close the server. After that you can actually close this tab and close this tab. We don't need that. And again, clear. And if you check, we are still inside of the virtual environment, so you need to say deactivate. In this case you are not in the virtual environment mode, so again clear, and everything is now clear. So the next time you come again and open this application, you need actually again, for example, do ls And again, for example, if you want to run this application again, first you need actually to actually active your virtual environment. And just remember what was the name of the virtual environment. So if I come one step, usually we see first this. So here you need again to do source venv script activate, and then you activate ls cd to local, and again you are in the directory, and definitely you can say python app.py, and for the second time you don't need again to install the requirement. So just keep in mind the requirement is just for the first time, and the second time you just need to actually activate your virtual environment and say python app.py. That's all you need. And again, don't forget after your usage just say deactivate to deactivate your virtual environment. Everything is clean, and just close that. Okay, finish. So it was a little bit long video, and you have access to everything you want here inside of the GitHub repository. It's just one kind request. If this video was helpful for you, if you like that, I appreciate if you start this GitHub repository. It can actually make me motivate to make more videos, and I can actually understand, okay, this was useful for some people, so I can be motivate for other videos. So I'm really waiting to see your stars on my GitHub repository, and I really be appreciate if you actually like this YouTube video as well. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye bye.